Blpa Big Show. Hockey, sports, life for the adult athlete. Powered by the Beer League Players Association. Follow us at the BLPA.
Everybody, just follow.
Keep connected with us. Follow us on Twitter and Instagram. You dig that?
Follow
On every social media outlet. And make sure you follow the crew on Twitter. Nick at Nicker Jones. Jason at Beer League Jason. And Brooklyn at BLPA Brooklyn. Let's get it.
Welcome to the greatest sports show in the world. Good week, everybody. Hey, this is an actual show. Not even just me rambling for 10 to 15 minutes because Facebook told me I had to. What's going on, everybody? No Jason today. Maybe he'll pop in. But we do have the one and only Big Mid, Big Brooklyn, at BLP in Brooklyn. Brooklyn, what's going on?
Not much. Happy that I, got invited back. Somebody called me mid on the internet, and that's all you need. And then you're back on the show.
Well, one, you're looking more than mid today. Congratulations.
Thank you. Showered. Big.
Yeah, makeup, hair, it does wonders.
It does.
Listen, you can't have fans without haters.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
obviously, if you've touched someone's soul enough that they're willing to comment, then you're doing something right. So
Doing something right. And I think he was just trying to help me.
Oh.
He's like, you know what? You can do better. Be better. And here I am. I showered, brushed my hair. I was prepared. I knew I was going on the show, and hey, here we are.
Okay. Hey, listen, I'm glad you're here.
Thanks.
Mainly-
Thanks for having me.
Well, no, listen, you're always welcome. Obviously, I mean we're Japan travel buddies.
Yeah.
And so looking forward to. I'm actually learning Japanese right now.
Oh,
Yeah.
let's hear
yeah.
some. Let's hear it.
I don't. Okay, hold on. Now you put me on the spot.
A bold statement.
I know that gohan is rice.
Oh, okay.
Ocha is green tea. Sushi. I mean, obviously we know what that is, right?
Yeah.
Miso is water. So,
Oh.
and I get confused when I say please, but in the app, I'm 100% student right now. Duolingo.
Fair.
I'm nailing
Ooh.
it. Yeah. So it will pull up. Oh, let's see if I can pull this Duolingo up right here. I'm only on one lesson, right? So,
Okay.
let's see here. Come on, app. So it tells you things. Oh, I wonder if it'll connect to my. I'll see if it'll connect to my phone and we can hear it.
Oh, we can learn together.
Can you hear that?
No.
Hold on. You couldn't hear that?
It's
Oh,
very, very faint.
That's a
I don't
bummer.
have-
Well, it says
Yeah.
sushi kudasai, which is sushi
Oh.
please. So kudasai
Sushi
is
please.
please. And that's all I've gotten through. I've gotten water, green tea, rice, sushi, and
Sushi.
kudasai.
Oh, all right.
And so I also know you say like to is and des is it's. So like, but you put it at the end, right? So if you say sushi to misu des, it's sushi and water.
Oh.
Right. So look at me. I'm going all in, and
Yeah.
I'm going to learn as much as I can so we can be at least we can have a little bit of understanding, so we don't get steered in the wrong direction.
Mhm.
We're probably still going to get steered in the wrong
Yeah.
direction.
We
which
want to
is
blend
fun,
in.
which is part of the fun. I mean, we're not.
Yeah.
Listen, we're not going to blend in. You're over 6 foot tall and you're blonde and attractive female. Like we're gonna get a bunch of Apple Pay donations, hopefully.
Yeah. Let's fingers crossed to fund the trip.
50. I mean, I'll handle the Apple Pay. You just
60-40. Yeah.
Yeah. I'll take the 60, and you just handle being the tall, attractive woman that gets their picture taken. It's whatever. I think I'm gonna get a little like side action because they're gonna be like, oh, who's this guy with this girl?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna be ready. So
Yeah.
All right. So today we're gonna talk about things. Lots of things. We got a movie to review, the late game movie, the beer league movie. And then we're going to talk about, I told you I'm learning Japanese, but I want to talk about some tours that I've been taking and see if you believe in the things that they talk about in the tours.
Okay.
Good. And then I know you have some stuff to talk about. I'm trying to get one of my buddies to jump on here. His name is Matt, and he's just crazy. And I just said, hey, do you want to come on and do a segment on the live show? And he said, what time? And I said, now. And we'll see what he says. Like, this is almost like, it's a dude, so I'm not sending him you up text like I send you.
Yeah.
But it's basically the same thing. So we'll see what he says. And so First, I want to shout out Brett. Brett's
Mhm.
Big Mid's significant other, and we're
Yeah.
trying to get him on the show, but he gives no fucks about us.
No.
He doesn't even
About
give a fuck.
anything.
Not even Brooklyn, which is
No.
weird.
He.
Big,
Yeah.
big finance guy, so we're trying to get him to find us some money, basically
Yep.
from him, his money, and we'll see what we can do. And so, yeah, so let's talk about first. I guess we'll talk about where people can find us. Obviously, we had the new intro here, right? Made that
Yep.
myself. Made that myself.
Ooh.
Yeah,
It's really impressive. It's
yeah.
top tier.
Thank you very much. And it's also one of those things that just nice to add to my resume when I decided to get out of the beer league game to start my my profession of making BLPA land.
Nice. Yep. I saw that.
I'm trying to send Matt this link here, so we're about to let's see if I can get it to him. I gotta go to another tab, so I won't be able to see it for a second. Okay, so here's what I want to talk about in terms of tours that I took, and I want to see if you believe in this stuff. So when I was in Boston, I took a ghost tour,
Ooh, spooky.
ghost and gravestone. So we were like at 11 o'clock. We were out at like old cemeteries in Boston and talking about all the ghosts and stuff. And the lady that was a tour was dressed up as a ghost, and she was like in like I don't remember which outbreak it was, measles or I don't remember what it was, but she was supposedly a nurse from that. Her job was to carry the dead bodies out of the hospital and put them in a pile and then eventually burn them. And one of the times when she was burning them, she was wearing a cotton dress, and the fire got caught on her dress and killed her. And so she was the ghost giving the tour. And I just am curious, how many people do you believe in ghosts? Like, do you think they're real? Do you think they exist?
I don't know. Like I personally have never seen any, but sometimes you get like the little weird feelings, but I feel like they had a Mythbuster episode about that where it's just like different sound frequencies. That being said, I get spooked very easily, so I try not to think about those things because I feel like if I thought about it, my head would go squirrely and then I'd start to really just go down a tunnel and just be really spooked and be really creeped out. But I don't know if you can actually like see ghosts walking along and different things, that I'm a little iffy about.
Well, one, I guess what you'd have to ask yourself is if, like, one, why would they be a ghost? Because there's so many dead people in the history of
Yeah.
this world. Are
Yeah.
all of them just kind of hanging out? But then some of them are like, you know what? I'm going back. I'm going back to spook, because I would be that person. Like, if I was dead,
Same.
I would want to come back and scare the shit out of people.
Oh,
But
yeah.
I'm just wondering, like, why certain dead people come back and what they're doing here. And I don't know if I mean, I believe it's an interesting topic, because the hard part is I mean, I guess I do think, like, when it's over, right? Like, when you die, you're just dead, right? But I want to believe that you can come back as a ghost, or I want to believe that you can be reincarnated into somebody else. Like, you just start over with no, because then it's like, wow, look how many humans that we have to keep making. Why not let's reduce, reuse, and recycle?
Yeah.
And just, okay, Nick died, and now he's coming back as, Jeff, but he doesn't know anything about Nick. He's just Jeff. Maybe.
He's just Jeff.
That's what I'd like to think.
But what about animals, though? What about, are you always being a human, or are you going back to like one time you wake up and you're a squirrel?
Ooh, I wouldn't want to be an animal that people like to kill. I'd want to be a dog. Like, look how good you treat your dog.
That's true. You just
like
you'd pick a dog. That'd be who you'd.
I mean, I think so, because dogs are like so loyal.
Yeah.
Right. And most of them, I would think a lot of them, except for ones that get beat and that kind of stuff, like they get, people love them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'd want to come back as like I'd be like your dog, like Finn Diesel. Because
Finn Diesel.
like, not only are you taking care of him, like, you're taking him to get laid here. Was it today?
Oh yeah. Tomorrow he goes, and he's had 75 puppies so far. So if you see a black and white Labradoodle in Canada, it's probably his.
I mean, think about this. I mean, look, here I am, a dog. My owners love me. They pet me. They feed me food. Like, you literally have like a treat toy in when you're gone, you can toss them treats or something.
Yeah.
And you take them to get laid. I don't see the negative of coming back as that.
That's true. See, I would pick a killer whale. I feel like there's nothing cooler than that.
Well, okay, yeah. I mean, killer whale would be cool,
Yeah.
but like,
So
I mean, you're in the water
yeah,
swimming. Do you hang out with other killer whales?
I think so. I
Are you
think
just out to
those are
murder?
yeah, yeah.
Are they
And
pack
then
animals?
I think so because I was thinking originally shark, but killer whales attack sharks. So you don't. I want to be on the top of the food chain. I feel like that would be nice for a change.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean that's an interesting topic. I mean, if you just want to kill things at random, you could be a
Yeah,
cat.
that's true.
Because cats kind of got your personality anyway. Like fuck you, leave me alone.
Yeah,
And
that's fair.
and then you could go kill something. Like that's just the way it is.
Yeah,
So I don't know. That's interesting. But the ghost thing is interesting.
yeah.
Like because I go on the ghost tours and I like the stories. The stories are
Hmm.
fun and they're entertaining. But I'm just like people were legitimately like freaked out on this tour that I was on. I was like, geez, you guys are doing too much here.
Yeah.
It's just like this lady isn't the real ghost. Like, look at her. Like, she's not. She was wearing like a leather mask with that big bird beak thing. Like, I'm
Oh, that's creepy
like this.
though. That's.
Yeah,
Ugh.
no, it was creepy, but I'm like, she's not a ghost.
Yeah.
She's a real person. Like,
Did you try to put your
geez.
hand through her? Just make
I
sure.
did touch her because she tripped in the graveyard and like grabbed
Oh.
my arm, and so
Oh.
basically like, I mean, come on, ghost isn't gonna trip. I mean, let's think
Yeah,
about it.
of
Like
course.
ghost is just
Duh.
floating through the world, right? So so Matt is going to come on. I just sent him the link,
Okay.
and once he gets on, we'll talk to him. He's a character. He is a
All right.
character, and he's probably like. Because I don't want to toot his horn. I don't want to give him too many props. But he's probably one of my favorite Dex personas out
Mm.
there. And his persona, it's not just it's just him. But so he's just a character. Like there are some people that come in and they're just characters themselves, and he's them, right? So let's talk about some decks. We don't have a Dex coming up until mid-May. We're going to be in Cleveland. A lot of people did not like my theme, and I have changed it, but I'm keeping part of it. So we were going to do rap battles, and it was going to be like
Oh.
it was just going to be famous rappers. And I got some
Hmm.
feedback of like, listen, we get it, but like you're cutting out a big swath of your base by just doing rappers like Biggie and Tupac and Bone Thugs, who by the way are from Cleveland. And so I was like, okay, I do like the rap battle theme. I don't want to cut anyone off, so we're just going back to Hall of Famers, like Rock and Roll Hall of Famers. So we can still use
Okay.
Tupac
Yeah.
because Tupac's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So rest easy. I'm a man of the people. I'm trying to do everything to make the people happy. That's just the first. That's just the first one that we're going to release, and we'll release other ones. So anyway, yeah. So what's going
Fun.
on with you?
Okay. Not a whole lot. Just on a podcast. No. Back to the ghost thing. I stayed at the Banff Springs Hotel last weekend, and apparently it's supposed to be haunted. There's a ghost bride. She's walking down the stairs on her wedding day, ate shit, died. So
Oh,
apparently yeah, not ideal. So she haunts the Banff Springs, and I guess there was a massive like triple murder homicide kind of thing in one of the rooms as well. So it's supposed to be haunted that way too. So
okay. Well,
lots of
let's talk about the story for. I don't know if you dig into the story, but I'm a story guy. I like to
oh,
hear this.
okay.
Like when I find out the stories,
Yeah.
and if you don't know, that's gonna be sad. I wish I would have said I was gonna do a ghost thing on here, so you could have told me this, and I could have delved into the story.
Oh,
Um, how long ago was this that she ate shit and died?
I want to say in like the early 1900s,
Okay,
maybe. That's
but
yeah.
is this documented story? Like this is a true story? Like
Yes.
you can go.
Yeah. Yeah. Right here. If you go Ghost Bride, Fairmont, Banff Springs. Um, let's see. It's a 129-year-old hotel. Late 1920s. The story goes that on a young couple's wedding day, the bride, decked out in her wedding gown, descended one of the hotel's marble staircases. Something startled her, maybe another ghost, causing her to slip and fall, or she caught her heel in her dress. Either way, or she caught her dress burned up, and either way, she died on those stairs. And since then, hotel staff and guests alike have reported seeing a veiled figure moving up and down the stairs.
Hmm, interesting. Like
Yeah.
as a ghost. This is just me thinking.
Yep.
Why would you want to stay in the place you died? if you could
Maybe
go
that's all you
anywhere,
can. Oh yeah, if you can go anywhere, why
you know,
there?
like
Yeah,
why not go to the beach, hang out? Why not
yeah.
go to the bars you used to frequent? But yeah, I guess yeah. I mean there's like shows on it, and I think it's because there's people that wholeheartedly believe in ghosts, and
Hmm.
I don't know. I would think that there'd be way more proof
Yeah.
that
What
ghosts
about
existed
the
than
medium? Is that what it's called? A medium?
yeah,
Medium?
yeah, yeah. I mean, come on, like listen, you're gonna have to come at me with more than Crazy Teddy telling me that ghosts exist because of one time he got drunk and whatever, right? I don't know. It's just one of those things. But all right, enough with the ghosts. Speaking of ghosts, Cooper wanted me to put his friend on the podcast, so this is
Ooh,
yeah.
nice.
So Cooper is super excited today. You don't have kids, so
No.
you don't understand the worry with kids.
Mm-mm.
I'm a pretty, I guess, c'est la vie, like whatever goes, like that's my style as just a human being.
Hmm.
Today they dressed up as people, and I'm concerned for my kid. I'm concerned because of my kid's choice of who he dressed up as, not because I care, but because I don't want. I'm a weird guy myself. Like I'm not. I don't march on the same path as everyone else. I just do whatever I feel I do, and that's just how I've always been. And I had to deal with what I think Cooper is going to have to deal with, and I still don't know how to coach him down this path because I've just always done it and I dealt with it and I moved on. He's just a way more sensitive kid than I ever was. So he went to school dressed up as Taylor Swift. Cool. He loves Taylor
Good
Swift.
choice. Hey,
I mean, listen, he's a Swiftie.
great choice. Yeah.
Like I got woken up this morning at 6:30, him running in our room and singing Taylor Swift songs. So cool, right?
Yeah.
He has a little bowler hat. He has a T-shirt that says "A lot going on at the moment." Yeah, and so
I like it.
I'm just afraid. Like Tana said when she dropped him off at school, that someone goes, "Cooper, are you Taylor Swift?" Cooper's like, "Yeah," and they laughed at him. And so I think he's probably gonna cry today because he's a sensitive guy. I just don't know how to coach him. So you probably wouldn't know how to coach him either because you're not a parent. But as a parent, This is something really hard to deal with because I want him to forge his own path. I've talked to you a lot about it. It's like everyone has their path. They choose what they want to do. No one else should stay in their path. They should just do it. And that's how I am. And I don't know. I worry about my child, and I figure I don't really have any people to talk to. I don't got any friends because I'm weird. And so I talk about it on this podcast. So if anyone has any suggestions on how to do, now I don't even know if he's going to get made fun of, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say if he's already being laughed at at 8 a.m, he's probably going to have a rough day.
Yeah.
But I don't think
kids are assholes.
Yeah. Well, yes, they are. I don't think there's anything that can cramp his style though, because we're going to Disney World tomorrow, and he is just
that's sweet. Yeah.
So
lucky guy.
Again, I travel so much that I can't say no to him. And I think we ended up buying the key pass for Disneyland, so now we can just go whenever we want. Ooh. And so I think he has like a really long break in between another tournament, so we're going down to SoCal to go to Disneyland is it May? It might be May. It might be no, maybe. Yes, it is May. It's right before we go to Japan.
Oh, nice. To kind of soften the blow about Japan.
Well, he was invited.
Yeah.
And you people that signed up for Japan and put on a deposit and then bailed out on us, you screwed my kid. And I'm going to tell him. I'm going to tell him all your names and your phone numbers and your emails, and he's going to come to you because he was invited. And I said, if we sell this thing out, I'm going to bring you. And we were tracking along, and then I had to uninvite him, and he is not impressed with me. That's why we're going to Disney World. And now I'm like, well, as much as we're spending on Disney World, I should have just said, use that to pay for your ticket to Japan, and we'll just go. But anyway, and so he's not happy with me right now. He doesn't understand why he can't go, why his dad would uninvite him. So, in the old heartstrings for me, right?
Yeah, fair.
And so, it's a tough one. But since we're talking about Japan, what do you have on tap for me to do in Japan? What do you have us doing?
So yeah, kind of, we talked about it last week. The head spa, that's number one. That's going to be, I'm so excited for that. I don't know how you're going to be there for 5 hours, but it's going to be an experience.
Yep.
Lots of shopping.
If I get bored and tired, can I just get up and kind of be like, I got to find the Japanese word for peace. I mean, I know it's just this, but
yeah, double.
But I mean, I gotta figure out a nice way to say Irish goodbye or something, right? Just like, ooh, I gotta go to the bathroom, and then I just like leave.
Yeah. I think it's, from what I saw, it's like a small little room, so feel like just be like, I got to get something from outside the store, and then just kind of run away. I'll let you know how it goes.
I'm diabetic. I need sugar.
Yeah, she doesn't speak any English, so she probably has no idea what you're saying, but it'll just be a lot. You'll be alone with your thoughts. So for 5 hours.
Yeah, well, I could probably take her. Like, if we had a fight, if she's not gonna let me go, I think I can win it. Well, I don't know. She might know.
You don't know.
She might know some Asian martial arts.
Karate, maybe.
I don't know. I was going to say kung fu, but isn't kung fu more Chinese? I think it is. I don't know. All right. So lots of shopping.
Getting our the go-karts, where you're go-karting around the streets of Tokyo. You get to dress up as a little Mario Kart character. Not a huge Mario Kart fan, but I feel like you have to do it while you're there. That'll be fun. What else? Lots of eating, lots of food. What else? I don't know. What do you have? Anything on your...
First, I want to say hi to Matt. Matt, if you can hear us, I'll bring you in just 1 second. If you can give me a thumbs up in the thing. Okay, got it. Well, I mean, listen, I'm kind of with you on this thing. I mean, I was gonna pay for you. I was gonna pay for you to get a cuddle session, but you said no, you didn't want that.
Yeah, no, right. I forgot. I just blocked that from my mind because
that is so creepy. Wild. That is wild that you can pay someone to cuddle sesh with you.
Yeah.
You know, like you can just, but you can pay anyone to do anything with you in Japan. It seems like.
Yeah.
And that's what I was telling you. Like, we could get in trouble. We could do something illegal, go to prison, but we could pay someone to go to prison for us.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Easy.
It's perfect.
That's a great solution. So really, win-win for everyone.
Win-win. Hey, we are live right now on Facebook. Everyone should follow us on Facebook, by the way, and you should like us on Patreon or you should support us on Patreon and all that stuff. But I'm only bringing this up because people are asking, why is the chat not appearing? I see the chat. I don't know, like, I can do this, and it says new comments will display here. Like there's the chat right there. So the chat is appearing in our thing. I'm not sure why it's not appearing for you guys, but you guys are. I see what you're saying, and I appreciate you guys supporting. I don't know what Jeff Peck is putting the little hand clap, burr, 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 burr. I don't know what that means. Probably something ridiculous. But since we're getting burr, 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 burr from Jeff Peck, let's bring in Matt, okay? We're going to call him Mid-Matt since we're all mid right now.
Perfect.
Here we go. Look at, just token. Right out of the, right, I caught him. Hey, everybody.
That's an entrance.
This is that Matt Marigoda. Matt,
Margiata, but thanks.
Listen, I'm from Oklahoma. I can barely say Smith. All right, you know how it goes.
All right, I'll give you the pass on that one.
Thank you. I got the impasse. So, have you met Brooklyn?
No, I have not. Although I have seen content girls show up many times. Hi, congratulations on your first trip to Waffle House.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was good. Can't wait for another one.
That a girl.
So we've already got the chats going crazy with Dartner. You're their dart partner, if you can guess who that is.
There's only one. It's my Midwest Highlander right there. Hi, honey.
It was Jeff Peck, actually, but yeah. You know what I'm saying? But anyway. All right. Matt, I wanted to bring you on for one reason only.
Uh-oh.
Two reasons. One, we made content gold together with the pizza machine review. And two,
that we did, and it was very organic too. That's why it went so big as it did, is because it wasn't planned. When it comes natural like that, like, you know, it's just gonna hit.
Someone wants to know why you have a shirt on.
because unfortunately I am at work right now, and there's that dress code bullshit you kind of have to follow. So here we are.
Fucking HR, man.
Fucking
HR. I've actually built this whole company, the Blpa, around the whole concept of not having an HR. And you know how I've done that? Just having
tyrannical rule.
Well, yes. Just having me as the only employee. I'm not firing myself for sexually harassing myself. It's just impossible.
It's also impossible to not sexually harass you. I mean, come on, look at the stud you are.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate. So Matt, really, I brought you on because you're hilarious. One, you're probably listen. I don't want to make your head too big, but you're one of my favorite Dex characters. And in saying character, I don't mean to be offensive. Just you're like a guy. When I see you sign up, I'm like, this is gonna be a fucking time. and it's just every time it is, and you always bring like that great attitude. You're always happy. You're always smiling. And I just want to bring you on so you could talk about Dex, because I could talk about Dex until I'm blue in the face, but I own the company, and it's not the same as coming from a guy that is just a shining beacon of Dexness like you are.
Hey, I'll take it. I mean, first and foremost, for the whole thing, I do have to give the shout out to Frazee on that one, because without him, I never would have found out about it. But I mean, honestly, for everyone that I've done, all the ones I've signed up for and everything, it's the environment itself. Like, it's just too much fun to not have a good time at. Everybody's always a great time. So it's one of those things that's like, all right, screw it. Let's get uninhibited and have a good time with it. Honestly, the whole shirt coming off thing came off because the joke was when we did the first one in Philly 2 years ago, where it was the cartoon one. The whole rolling joke was that, because we came down with I think 6 or 8 people, and everybody wound up on a team together except me. And the whole thing going down was that I was going to be the one that wound up on the My Little Pony team. So I was like, the hell I will. That's not going to happen. Sure as shit, I was the only one. So as soon as it happened, I said, screw it. I'm owning this. And then somehow I just wound up turning into the Burt Kreischer of Dex's, where I just have to take my shirt off every time now.
You ended up on My Little Pony?
I sure did. And I still wear that jersey at pickup games all the time.
The OG Brony right here. OG Brony. Well, let's just tell people, just so I can know, so I can keep it in my brain and I can tap back on it whenever I want to. What's been your favorite ever Dex memory, not including being a Brony?
That's a good question. Well, I have one, but that one's I have one specifically. It was actually at that same first one where a bunch of us were all sharing a room together, and there's obviously more people than there were beds. So oddly enough, I was Frazee and I got slotted to share a bed together the first night. Me being me, I happened to fall asleep on the couch. So first thing that morning when he woke up, he walked out of the room, just looked at me and said, way to come to bed last night. And we'll just say expletive deleted for right now. And then just walked away. And there's very few times in my life where I am put to silence. That was one of those few.
The good old Airbnb shares, the hotel shares. I have to stay out of it because I have so much to do at the Dexes, and people are always like, oh, I'll get a big room Airbnb. And I'm like, listen, if I get an Airbnb with Frazee and Matt here, I'm not going to get any work done. I'm going to stay up till 4 a.m. I'm going to be just a shit show for the whole weekend. I run a business here, Matt.
No, it's fine. You'll be able to run it from the hospital bed while you're getting your stomach pumped. You'll be okay.
We don't need none of that, bud. We don't need none of that. I mean, luckily I had Content Girl Brooklyn in Savannah, and we shared an Airbnb, but she goes to bed at 11 o'clock. So I was safe. Mm-hmm. I was like, okay, you just go in there, do what you got to do. And so, but I think if I can get her around you, you can change your ways, and you can have her out till 4 a.m. making incredible content.
Challenge accepted. Let's go, Brooklyn.
Okay,
all right.
Perfect.
I'll hold you to it.
Well, let's just so we want to pass the buck here, and I want to start doing this thing where like you come on, you're the first Dex guy. We're gonna bring on a Dex guy every week, or try to, and I want you to pass the torch for the next person that you think would be good on the show.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna have to think about that one for a minute.
Okay. Good, because while you're thinking about it, I just want to also say, we talked about the content goal we made in Omaha with the pizza thing, but the funniest thing we did was the chocolate milk thing. Mainly, and I'm only bringing this up because Jeff Peck is commenting. He brought Jeff like 4 liters of chocolate milk, right? And Jeff loves Stewie's chocolate milk. And listen, I do too. Big Stewie's guy. And Jeff Peck tried to toe drag you. No, not today, not on your watch. You took that puck right from him. And so we're like, you know what? To the victor goes the spoils. So you went in his locker room, you got his chocolate milk, and you were chugging it. And unbeknownst to us, Jeff Peck was walking in, and just the reaction of Jeff Peck was priceless.
The funnier thing is that I don't even like chocolate milk, but I just had to do it because.
Yeah, well, it was content gold, and it was great. And so everyone is a big fan. I think our viewers went up like 15 once you hopped on here. But everyone's commenting about your husband misses you. That's from Aaron Broderick. People want to know if you're playing with him in Albany, in Oklahoma City. There's just a lot of people that want more Matt in their lives, and I agree.
Well, to that I say cheers.
Yep. Oh, I guess it is 1 something there. I was like 11 in the morning, but that's just how Matt rolls. It could be 11. It could be 8 and Matt would do it. So it's not that.
It's like I tell everybody else. I'm a high performance engine needs to run on high test gas. I'm a high performance Dex player. I need to run on high test fuel as well.
100%. And in 2 weeks, you'll be a high performance bash player.
This is very true.
Because Matt's going to be in Vermont with us. So with probably the greatest team name we've had so far, the Meat Sheets.
That's right. Watch out.
Meat Sheets coming for you. All right, Matt. Hey, you got anyone that you can pass the torch to for next week?
I'm thinking Hank.
Hank? All right, we're going to try to get Hank on. Hank, you've been called out by Matt. So next week we're trying to get Hank on. All right, buddy.
Perfect.
Hey, we'll see you next week. Hey, thanks for being so awesome. Thanks for supporting us and coming out and playing in our stuff. We love you and hope we'll see you soon.
Of course, and love you guys too. Thanks for having me on here, Nick.
See you, Matty. That's Matt.
Nice.
He
seems like a character.
I rarely recognize him with his shirt on, so it was kind of one of those things, right? So Matt's a good guy. So next week we got to have on Hank. All right, we might as well get to the review here.
Okay, all right.
We got
right into it.
We got the late game hockey movie, and let me first off say there's been a lot of beer league tries at shows. For example, we had Benders, which was a TV series that didn't quite make it. We've had the Ramsey Downholers, which was a YouTube series. Hilarious, by the way. They're actually from Calgary. I think your mom knows the guy that made it, as a matter of fact, Brooklyn. I think they went to high school together.
Everybody.
Well, I think they went to high school together. I think that's what she was telling me. And so lots of tries. So I always am here to support the movie, like all the beer league stuff. So let me say I did send $10 to the director or the producers or the creators or whatever it is, because I couldn't get the movie in Canada without illegally downloading it.
Fair.
And it was $10 on Amazon, but I couldn't get it because I wasn't in the US. And so I illegally downloaded it. DM me if you want to know how. I illegally downloaded it, and then I admitted it. And then when I did that, I then found their Venmo and sent them $10. So we did do that.
Oh, nice. Okay. So.
And I think we can also get those guys on the show to talk about it. But we want to give an unbiased review without them being here and us having to watch what we say. Because if anything, we're honest about our stuff. So I'm going to let you go first.
Oh, awesome. Okay.
And when I'm saying this because you are very new to the beer league scene.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Yeah.
You're not like you hadn't played hockey since what, high school? And so I basically said, Brooklyn, watch this. You're on the show. You have to watch it. I was going to make Jason watch it. But he's not here. And by the way, Jason he's got some work stuff going on. Nothing bad. Okay. He loves us. He misses us. Okay. He wishes he was here. He just couldn't make it today. So fuck him for not being here. So, and if you fucks would give money so we could pay him, he'd probably be here. Is all I'm saying. I mean, he would. We're trying to get him paid.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Boom, right there. If it's worth $1, it's Jason. Okay.
Good segue.
Tell us about your review of the late game movie.
So I had no idea what you sent. You're just like, watch this. So I watched it. Started off pretty slow. Didn't really understand what was going on. But then when I figured it out, I could understand that guy's nervousness of just walking into the rink and just being kind of like that odd one out. Very relatable, kind of. The music some of the scenes, that one where the puck went over and those guys were running to grab the puck, that I loved it. That was my favorite part. I was laughing. Forget what song it was, but that was amazing. What else?
I just want to say that those guys, that they should have gave him a puck. I think at the end of the
think so,
movie,
too.
someone should have tossed him like the game puck. That would have really brought that full circle for us.
Yeah.
Yeah. And shout out to him for going to the Waffle House, you know.
Yeah.
So.
But that guy got the puck at the end with the tape, so I can understand why they didn't want to give it to him, because that was a big
True.
moment. Also felt very relatable, not playing hockey since I think grade, like my first year midget maybe. That first couple shifts on the ice are a little dicey, just like that new guy just eating shit right off the bat and just not being great, but it takes a little bit to get your, legs back. And I didn't get a goal like he did, just a couple assists. But yeah, I thought it was, once it started going and I understood what was going on, I feel like it was just like if I was playing beer hockey, it would be another night at the rink, and it was very actually what would happen.
Yes. Yeah, and listen, I agree too. I mean, and the props to you, got to see a dick.
Yeah.
The dick to boobs ratio was way higher than any movie I've seen. One dick, no boobs.
0 boobs.
So,
yeah.
but they did have the scorekeeper was pretty smoking hot. That doesn't happen in beer league very often, by the way. I'm sorry to all the scorekeepers out there, but that's just sometimes that's the way it goes.
Yeah.
And by the way, can you imagine being the guy that you're going to show your dick and that's the guy you got? Like, do you think they acted? I'm going to ask these guys when they come on our show, I'm like, did you actively find like the worst dick that you could find? Like, you couldn't find like a, nice handsome dick. You had to go with, but that is typical locker room dick. So I guess that maybe they're just trying to be authentic, I guess. I don't know. But if I was that guy, I'd be like, well, listen, I don't want my dick on the big screen like that. No way.
Yeah. But maybe claim to fame. Maybe he's on OnlyFans now. Never know.
Yeah, I got my mid dick on the big screen. Maybe that. Yeah. Okay. Maybe.
There you go.
I would say it was a slow start coming on. Like there wasn't really a build up. Like I guess the dude's chick broke up with him. Like he moved out and the dude's chick broke up with him. It sounds like. I mean, I think I remember that. Am I remember that wrong? Like wasn't there something where he was thinking about like some chick or something at the front?
Yeah, maybe. There was that photo in the box in the other box. Yeah.
And that's why I thought that he was going to get with the timekeeper. I was like, okay, let's go. The whole time I'm like, oh, this guy, he's going to Waffle House with this chick after. Let's go. And when you take chicks to Waffle Houses, that's how you win them over. Yeah. And so I thought that was where it was going to go, but it was a slow lead up. But then everything else was basically spot on. Like Chet, the captain of the other team, I know so many fucking Chets. I know so many of them when it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Like he was just a dick, and I wanted someone to fight him. I saw the guy did take him out one time, but I wanted someone to really get out. To really just yeah. And so I mean, honestly, it's worth the watch.
Yeah, I think so.
You always support beer league stuff. The only thing that could have made it better, me and Jason and you now in the show somehow. Mm-hmm. And I told these guys that. And I actually decided I want to make my own beer league movie. And I've got with my man Reed, and I've already pitched a couple ideas, and Reed just made a movie, and he was actually at a film festival, and he's like, okay. And so he started writing. So we could have something cooking. You never know. And so I thought, actually, my idea was this. There's actually no hockey being played. It's like Clerks, where, I don't know if you know what Clerks is, but like those guys are just sitting outside the convenience store being knobs.
Oh, yeah.
It would just be like us in the parking lot telling stories about hockey.
Okay. Yeah, I could see that.
We don't ever play. We're just drinking. Yeah. I mean, we flash back, but it's just us telling stories. And that's the whole thing. And maybe it's not a movie. Maybe that's just like a YouTube show. And it's just like every show is a story. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking. But anyway, that's basically. So we're going to rate everything on the Matt scale, which Matt was just here. He rates 1 Matt, 2 Matt, 3 Matts, 4 Matts, 5 Matts on a scale of Matts. How many would you give it?
I would give it a 2.5. Can I do 0.5s?
Oh, you can. Yeah, you can do.
Okay, 2.5 Matts, I think.
Do you have a reason for the 2.5 rating?
I don't think I would watch. I don't think I'm that committed yet to beer league, so I wouldn't like continuously watch it. I thought it was good, And from what I think, yeah, it would be a beer league kind of event, but I don't know if I would watch it twice or multiple times. But if you like beer league hockey, I feel like that would increase the level of mats that you would give it.
Okay, I'm going to give it a 3.5.
Oh, okay.
3.5 because it was a little slow. I didn't understand why they showed the girl, and there was no love story. Beer league is the language of love. There's so many people that meet at the rink and do that stuff. I really would have liked to seen us. I mean, listen, the movie was long as it was, so maybe they just couldn't add it in. Maybe this is what the sequel's from, and maybe that's when me and Jason and you get in the show, which would definitely, if that was the case, if we're in the show, it's a four mats for sure.
Yep.
Just automatic
minimum
mat bump for sure. And I just it just started slow for me. And I want, I'm glad those guys won. I mean, I get it. It was one game. And so I do want to see more. I want to see these guys make more, right? A late game 2 or something else. But a good try. I'm probably one of the best beer league things I've seen in a while outside of this show. So all right. Let's move on. Next topic. You got another topic for us?
Do I? Yeah, I think you wanted funny would you rather questions.
Oh yeah, let's do some would you rather. Yeah, we're gonna about would you rathers, and then I also want to get your take on our telethon that we're gonna be doing. Okay.
Yeah. So that's the thing. You're actually. I know you were talking about it last time. I should have known. Of course, you're gonna do it. But
so here's the deal. When I get an idea, there is not one person in this world that could say no, you shouldn't do that. That would make me not want to do that. I get an idea, I do everything I can to see if it'll work, and then I try to make it work. A lot of times they don't work. A lot of my ideas are stupid. And I get to a point where I'm like, okay, that's actually not going to work. But the telethon keeps burp, 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 burp. That's what Pet's telling me. I keep adding more stuff to it. And really what it is it's going to come down to money. Because the one thing that's holding me back is, you know how expensive it would be to recreate the American Gladiator set? It would be a lot, right?
Couple dollars, yeah.
And so, but I can still make it happen. It's still viable. We're gonna have to find some ways around it, and we're gonna raise money for a good cause, Jason, and do some fun stuff. But I'll get your take on that here in just a few minutes. But first, let's do some would you rather's, and everyone that's listening, that's watching us and chatting with us, I want your take on the would you rather's too. This isn't just a Nick and Brooklyn type thing.
Okay, let's see. I had so many that I sent you. I just have to see if I can find them. Oh, the classic one. Would you rather have sex with a goat but nobody knows, or everyone thinks you had sex with a goat but you didn't?
Okay. Well, I think we've done this before, and we used like your sister or brother.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. Which is better, by the way, because people can relate more to having sex with people than goats.
Goats, yeah.
So, I mean, it's so hard because obviously I don't want to have sex with my brother, sister, or a goat. But I also don't want people thinking that I had sex with my brother, sister, and a goat all at the same time. That would be wow. What a party.
Yeah. Wow. What a question.
Wow. What a party. I usually I don't really care what people think about me, but I mean, sometimes the perception is reality.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like people,
that could be.
There goes the brother sister goat fucker.
Yeah.
You know? And
instead of Nikki Kamish, it's goat. Yeah.
Yeah. Nikki goat fucker. Oh. I mean, they can call me that anyway. Like Jeff Peck has called me far worse than Nikki goat fucker before in my life.
That's true.
That's why it's hard, because I wouldn't fuck an animal because I'd know that I fucked an animal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I'd probably just have everyone think that I fucked an animal, even though I didn't. But people's a different story.
Yeah.
You know? But I don't have a sister. But you have a brother. Shout out, Bobby. Shout out, Bobby. So would we should get Bobby on here and ask him this question. Bobby is not as he's way more low key than Big Mid. Like I don't think he would get our sense of humor, but maybe get some Coors Banquets in him. Who knows? So, okay, would you rather have sex with Bobby and no one ever found out? Listen, no one ever found out. No one would ever know. No one would talk about it. It would erase from Bobby's mind. They would use that Men in Black. I mean, you would know, of course.
Yeah,
But
of course.
Or on the flip side, you didn't have sex with him, but everyone thinks that you did, and they always talk about it at like family gatherings.
Yeah,
Like you come over with Brett and have dinner at our house, and the dinner conversation is like, Brooklyn, I can't believe you fucked Bobby.
Yeah.
So
option 2 for sure. People, as you can say, they can say whatever, but
you got to live through it.
Because
I mean,
I know.
But think about like Brett, your significant other. Like people are going to say it so much that he's going to then believe it himself.
It's true.
That's gonna, you know what I'm saying? Like that's why sometimes perception is reality.
But still, I just
you just couldn't live with yourself.
No, that would be terrible.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, listen, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna find a scenario where you would, in fact, have sex with your brother. We just gotta find it. There's a line somewhere. Like gun to your head. You're gonna die if you don't do this. But no one will ever talk about it. You probably would.
Yeah, I probably would. No. I'd be like, all right, well, it's been a good run. Adios.
Okay. I mean, listen, I'm not saying this just to catch you on a podcast that's recorded live that everyone will know forever. That's not the point of this. No one's even watching. So, but anyway, okay. Next, would you rather?
Your turn. That was my brain power.
Oh shit! I don't have. Where's our list?
I know.
We have so many text messages.
I tried to put in. No. Oh, okay. Here we go.
You found it?
Oh no, this is the one that I used with ChatGPT, and they're not really funny.
What's the one that you were doing with Janine? Oh wait, I found some. I found 14 of them. Is this
no?
the ChatGPT one?
That's the bad ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I saw it was on a show, and I texted them to you because I thought they were funny. The one Gianni and I were talking about is how much money you would take for you to shit on someone or for someone to shit on you. So that's really would you rather.
But that's a good one though.
It is a good one, yeah. So what is it? What's your rate?
Ask the question one more time.
Oh, I found them. How much would you have to be paid for you to shit on somebody, and how much would someone have to pay you to shit on someone? Or did I just say the same thing twice? So how much for you to take the shit, how much for you to give the shit?
Okay. I mean, way more to take the shit.
Did you see it? Comment. I just see that.
Oh boy. Woo, yeah. Big Bob right behind a tree, rubbing one out. Oh boy, rubbing his hand. He's like that meme.
Yeah.
Okay. Back to the shitting. He's probably rubbing his hands for this one too. All right. It take way more money for me to take the shit than to give a shit.
Yeah, fair.
Is it just like a one steaming log, or is it like a diarrhea? Do you get to pick?
No. Do you ever get to pick?
Well, I mean, no, I don't. But I'm saying like if okay, listen, like you're like, hey, Nick, I want to pay you to shit on you, and I'll say, well, how's the belly feeling? Are you feeling a little loose? Are you feeling?
You had taco time before.
Oh, so
in any situation, Taco Bell was eaten before.
Okay, so it's gonna be nasty shit. Oh boy.
Yeah.
And it's just on my chest. It's not on my mouth. Okay, because that's
hope for the best.
I mean, it's Taco Bell, so aiming is a bit out of the question. Oh boy, that's a. I mean, for me to take a shit on someone, I mean that wouldn't take much. I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I guess it. I mean, what are the parameters? Like $5,000, I would shit on someone. I'd probably shit on someone for $500. To be honest with you. And so, but taking the shit's a lot more. Like it would have to be in the thousands, like the double digit thousands at least. Yeah. And but is it just a shit that I can get up and go rinse it off?
Yeah, I think.
Oh,
yeah.
That's a little easier. It's just a quick and easy. Like listen. We have an OnlyFans, And so, you know what I'm saying? What about you? So I think it'd be $10,000 to take it, at least 10,000, and probably,
Yeah.
$500, and I'll shit on someone like nobody's business. And if anyone wants to be shit on, I do be pooping a lot. So
There you go. 500. I don't know. I think 10,000 either way.
but like, it take you 10,000 to shit on someone? Why?
Stage fright. I don't know.
Well, true. But I mean, you gotta go. If you gotta go, you gotta go. Like you're
I
gonna have to
guess.
poop. You're gonna have to poop eventually. Why not get paid to do it? You know what I'm saying? Like
It's
you're pooping for free right now, Brooklyn.
I could be making money.
I mean,
There's-
maybe you're just worried about people seeing like your bits and parts. I don't know.
Yeah.
But,
I don't know. Just
I mean, they're paying. So
yeah. I'm trying to see how much Janine said that she would get paid, and Brett also. But Brett was really low. He was kind of a hidden one there. He wouldn't take much for
To
him
take
to
one?
shit. I think it was only like a couple $100. I want to say.
they're on your Bobby stuff.
Yeah. I'm trying to find out how much, like, if I can find it in his. But yeah, I feel like his was like only a couple $100 and you'd shit on someone.
Yeah, but what about to take it?
Not even
What about
100.
What about to take it?
I don't know. I'll have to find that. I'm trying to find in my
If
search thing.
if we could trick him onto the show right now, we could find the answer, but we can't.
You know, I texted him and he said, "Nope, he is trading. He's
Well,
doing money stuff."
yeah, that's what we're trying to do. Money stuff. We're trying to make money moves in here.
Yeah.
Hey,
Right.
tell him we're like Cardi B. We're making money
I did.
moves.
I can. I think he's on the phone right now. Janine. Where did Janine send? Oh, I actually told Janine I would give for 2,000 and I would take for 100,000.
Okay, so we've lowered you though.
Yeah.
Now you're 10. Now you're 10 to take.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. But what
Interesting.
about if? Okay, now question there.
okay.
What about if Tanis came to you and was like, "Hey, I want you to do this for me."
Shit on
What?
her?
Yeah.
Oh, let's go.
Or no, the other way,
Oh.
for her to shit on you.
Oh boy. I mean, listen.
But,
I would say I would try anything once. Because you don't know if you like something until you try it.
that's true.
You can't just
I
be like,
guess.
ugh. You know, like it's like poutine, right?
Yeah.
When you look at poutine, it looks disgusting,
Yes.
right? You don't want to
Okay.
eat poutine. But then you try poutine, you're like, God damn, I love this poutine.
Not bad.
You know,
Yeah.
really good. I'm going to eat this poutine a lot whenever I have a chance. And so
Mhm.
maybe that's what that is, right? Maybe that's,
Yeah.
I don't know. But what about Brett? What if Brett said, hey, Brooklyn?
Yeah, I don't know. I would just be like, but now that you say that, originally I was no, but you have a very compelling point.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I do have a way with words and a way to talk people into doing things that most normally they wouldn't do.
Yeah.
So Brooklyn, so what I'm saying to you is, in Japan, I know these guys that you can pay to have them cuddle with you, and you don't know. You don't know. Let's say we're a soft no, leaning on a hard maybe.
You know, I don't think, like, even same situation, I feel like it'd be like just a complete random stranger off the street you're going and cuddling with.
They're professionals. They're professional. Like it's not a random stranger. It's like when you go to the doctor. Like you have Dr. Nikki-san. He's in there, whatever. He's a guy now, right? He's checking your bits and pieces. Cool.
Yeah.
But then you have Dr. Brooklyn-san, who is a cuddle doctor. And she's in there cuddling you up.
I don't know. I don't know why, but it just creeps me out.
If we could get Jeff Peck over to Japan, he would do it. And it could be a dude. Or Matt. Matt would do it for sure.
Oh yeah.
We could pay someone to cuddle Matt. Oh, that would be good content for sure.
Oh yeah.
You know, I don't really want to do it, but maybe I should pay someone to cuddle and we just video it.
Yeah, that would be content. We'll see. Maybe if people support you enough and they pay for it, maybe that's what people want to see.
I just want to know. I just want to know the process. Like I want,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and I can't even believe YouTube videos anymore because I know that people just, get paid that stuff and give people good reviews. I got to experience stuff myself. You know what I'm saying? So like I want to know like what is this process? Like here I am, I'm at Godzilla Hotel, which is where we're staying by the way,
Mhm.
and someone just knocks on, and I open the door and it's like professional cuddle here. Like, do they have a cuddle table? Is it in the
Ooh.
like they like
Yeah.
massage
Yeah.
tables? They bring in the massagers. Is it they just come in and they're like, all right, make yourself comfortable, and then they just lay down and just like here we go, we're cuddling, and now you're here, and you're just like okay.
There you go.
I just
Sweet.
I'm inquisitive by nature, and when I
Yeah.
see this stuff, I just want to know the not that I necessarily want to pay for someone to cuddle with. I just want to know how the cuddle process works.
Sure.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So
Yeah.
that's
I get what you're saying.
and I think I would pay and have someone cuddle you so I could watch the process.
Yeah. No.
As Content
That's
Girl
nice.
Brooklyn, I mean you're obligated, and so but I guess I could do it. I mean I could take one for the team too, I suppose. You know. Look at
Yeah.
me.
No. I just not. I don't like people touching me.
But
I guess I'm
you'll
like a
film
cat.
someone. But you'll film someone touching me.
Yes. Oh
I'm
yeah.
fine with that. Okay.
Yeah. Oh
All
yeah.
right,
Fine with that.
well, we'll see. If people want to see me get cuddled, then the onus is on you.
Hmm.
This is
There we
there
go.
we go. Right into the lead. Right in. They can also scan this one up in the top here that says donate, and it'll go right to PayPal. So all right, let's end this thing. We're an hour. I've got a lot of shit today because I'm going to Disney tomorrow. The
Ooh.
magical place on the world, happiest place on earth, whatever. The best place to go when your kid's on spring break because you know that no other kids are on spring break and there'll be no one at this park. I'm so super excited to stand in line for 17 hours and ride 3 rides. I'm jacked about it.
Woo!
Yeah,
I love that.
but my kid will be happy, so I guess that's all that matters.
I guess. Yeah.
Maybe I'll pay someone to cuddle him, I guess. Maybe. All right, so we got this telethon going because we're trying to raise money. Right?
Yeah.
That's what we are going to do. We are going to do it for charity. We're going to do it for two parts. We're like a real charity. It's not.
Mm-hmm.
So we had this idea of what we wanted to do. We wanted to do the American Gladiators because there's nothing I could think of better than shooting tennis balls at people. But there's also the other games like Assault where there's tubes and soccer balls and you try to get the balls into the tubes, but trying to keep you from getting the balls in the tubes is the Gladiators, and they rough you up. And then they have the ones, those big round bubble balls you're in that you can roll, or they're metal actually, and you can roll them.
Oh.
You would roll them and try to get them on a pod before they knocked you out of the pod or whatever. But a lot of people are telling me, especially tennis, that they'd rather see us do something like a Wipeout,
Ooh,
where we just get hurt in the process, which sucks. But anything for dollars, I guess.
Yeah.
So that's on the docket. What about?
Have you seen the video of like the big milk crates? What about that?
Boy. Yeah, I know you're bringing this up because I'm addicted to these videos right now. I literally got like me and you do a lot of TikToking. Like we do TikToking before bed. It's kind of how I fall asleep. I just scroll through and like all of my feed has basically been Japanese stuff because you keep sending me Japanese videos. But one time a video came in my feed where they just stacked up milk crates and then you try to go up them and down them without it collapsing, and guess what? They never make
do it. Mm-mm.
And I became obsessed with these videos because I want to see someone do it. And I'm like, it's like at the fair, they have that rope ladder that's connected on one side at the bottom, and you're like, that seems really fucking easy. I could do that.
Yeah, but
that's what I think about milk crates. And I think Brooklyn could do it.
Oh yeah.
And I think
agile.
I think people would pay to see you do it. And I think we need to do it, at least Jason, but you and Jason. And I'll do, if you two do it, I would try it. And you can't just you can't walk up to and bell out because I know that's good. You could probably get to the middle before you biffed it. But I think that would be the way to, I think that's how we get people.
Yeah. You just have to, whoever gets the most donations has to do it.
Or least.
Doesn't. Yeah,
least. We'd have to do the most. We'd have to do the most because if it's the least, then people would just not donate. So whoever gets the most donate, whoever you want to see climb the milk crate tower between Brooklyn and Jason.
And Nick?
Well, I don't know. I mean, listen.
It's for charity. It's for charity.
For the kids. I get it. But I'm a man. I'm 40. I break easier than everyone right now.
Yeah.
And so I've been out a lot of hockey this early in the year. And I'm actually like usually at bashes, I do not I don't play. I don't take my gear because I just don't think I should play in my own team tournaments. I just don't think that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
And so I don't do it. And so but now I'm like, listen, I finally just got to skating a little bit again after the lungs and after the foot. And now I'm like, oh, now I'm going to go a month without skating. So now I'm like, okay, well, I guess I'm going to take an extra suitcase and just pack my skates in because I basically have all the gear I need in the trailer to have a second set just so I can do some kind of skating.
Yeah.
And so I think that's what I'm going to have to do, I think. So
yeah, I think you also could do some Pilates. I feel like that would make you stronger. I feel like people would want to see that. Put you through the ringer there.
You think people want to see me do Pilates?
Yeah.
Do I get to wear like tight exercise clothes? Yep. Yep. Sure.
Yeah. Sure. Yeah.
So,
totally.
Wait, you're a Pilates coach? Instructor.
Yes.
Instructor?
Yeah.
Coach?
Yeah.
Is that the official title?
Instructor. Yeah.
Okay.
Coach,
Because
I guess, kind of.
Well, I mean, because like yoga, like they have like yogis are their names.
Oh,
like that's
yeah.
So I didn't know if
Yeah.
there was a Pilatier. Yeah. Okay.
No.
I didn't know.
No.
And so I think, I mean, listen, I'm going to do whatever people want to see, but I'm just going to venture. I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say people do not want to see me in tight yoga clothes stretching. Isn't that what Pilates is?
Oh, it's not going to stretch. Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I thought Pilates was a nice stretch.
Yeah. No. It's
Explain.
not. Yeah, it's like a look on TikTok. There's some TikTokers who do it. There's one guy who's on there. I think his name's Jake something. He's very funny. He does it, and it's a lot harder than it looks. So that's what Brett thinks that he can do it, but he can't either.
What if me and Brett did it together? What if we were Pilates bros?
That would be cool.
Okay.
You guys,
like you don't think I can do Pilates?
No, I don't.
like none of the Pilates stuff?
Well, some of it, like the laying down stuff, maybe, but can you do a plank?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah. Do you know what tabletop is? A little
like, are you talking about like plank when you're like you're like on your like toes and elbows?
So you're on your toes and your hands, and you're on a moving platform. So you go forward and back on this moving platform, and it has resistance, and you have to be able to keep yourself up.
So it's like the little ball, like where you roll out the ab roller and then roll back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Listen, easy. Then you'll be fine.
Don't let the beer belly. Don't let it fool you right now. But there's abs underneath this, for sure.
Yeah. Don't want to say it, but somebody, not naming names, called you out and said they don't think you could do Pilates.
Is that Tanis?
No, she would never. No.
Was it Brett? Fucking
Tanis.
Brett. Oh, fuck her too.
But listen, bring her too. She'll show everybody up.
No, I'm not bringing her to nothing. Because here's the deal. Because then I'll show her up, and then she'll be like, "Oh, you cheated." Because I will cheat. Because that's how you win at things.
I don't know.
Someone does.
Oh, do you?
Someone does. Someone does want to see me do Pilates. They raise their hand. It's Jeff Peck. He's my biggest fan.
Okay, perfect.
But to see me do Pilates, Jeff, you're gonna have to pay money. I mean, that's not work for free. I'll do a plank right here. I don't have a moving platform, but I would do a plank right here. No big deal. I mean, you saw me. I haven't done push-ups in years. In Savannah, just boom, went off on the push-ups. You saw. And ranch dressing? Not a
I wasn't laughing at that. Tanis is roasting you. That's all.
Where? Where is she roasting me? Like on the chat?
No.
Oh, you guys have a private chat? You have a private chat going on while we're doing this podcast?
It just pops up It just pops up.
Listen, I told her not even to watch this show, to be honest, because all she does is make fun. It's like when I started playing hockey, which basically she made me do, and your dad made me do, and like you guys made me start playing hockey, and then all she did was roast us, and I'm like, and she was filming it, like she was filming it for our guys to watch themselves to get better, but just made I had the guys over, I had to watch it all on mute because all she was doing was laughing and making fun of us. And so like I don't understand, like listen, she doesn't know. She doesn't know me. It hasn't been that long that we've been together. Yeah, she doesn't know the real me. All right.
Okay. We'll have to put your money where is it?
Listen, no, Peck's gonna have to put his money where my mouth is. Peck, money here. So okay, that's the show for today. Hey, listen, I just want to make sure if you're on YouTube, your name's Josh, or anyone else. are you gonna come and comment on how good Brooklyn looks today? Right?
I tried for you.
Very beautiful today. She put on her. She said she said she didn't care what people on the internet said, but then she tried. So she cares a little bit,
Yeah.
and she needs recognition. And you listen, I get it. You know, you want to come and be an asshole when no one knows who you are. And by the way, what he said was, you guys need a hot girl to
If you want to be successful.
if you want to make it big.
Oh, big, yeah.
Brooklyn's a start.
A middle of the pack. Big mid.
Brooklyn's a start, but you got to get hotter. Is basically. So that's what you did. Then you came on.
Yeah.
You're hotter the last time.
Yeah.
Listen, and I keep having these conversations with Tanis, and like, this is 2024. Like, you can't go out and say, looking for podcast host must be smoking hot. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know how Hooters gets away with just hiring, and all the Hooters girls aren't even hot. So I don't know how Hooters gets away with doing it. I don't know how these places, but I think we'd be canceled.
They pass out your card. They wait at the bar and they give you a card and say, come interview. Because that happened to me once.
They asked you to interview?
Yeah. It wasn't,
Come on, Josh.
It wasn't Hooters. It was, this was when I was in my prime.
Twin Peaks?
Tilted Kilt.
Oh, Tilted Kilt. Okay.
Yeah. They had little cards and they were like, here, you guys have what we're looking for. Come for an interview.
Oh. You know what?
Flattered.
That's a great marketing strategy. I'm going to start making my cards, and I'm going to have you, Brooklyn, go up to you and be like, you have what I'm looking for, big boy. You have to say big boy, and then you hand them the card, and it's just a marketing to our tournaments.
Yeah.
But you have to say it seductively. Like, you can't just be like, hey, you have what I'm looking for. Like, you have to be like, you have to really. Oh, man.
Yeah.
What a marketing strategy.
With that marketing, one last thing about that movie, I can't believe I forgot. That was so funny. The whole dentist bit that they had going on the whole time. I loved that. That made me chuckle. I loved it.
Okay, the dentist bit was funny, and it's funny because I literally when I was playing league hockey, there was a dentist on our team, and he would always help people, like take them to the place afterwards. He didn't like hand out his cards all the time, but he played and paid in full for 7 teams, but he would only show up to enough games to make the playoffs, which was a third. So like, it was a 30-game season. He'd be at 10 games, and he was on 2 of my teams. But when we'd be like, where are you at? He's like, oh, I have dentist stuff, you know. And so he had a lot of customers. So I mean, yeah, that kind of hit home. The dentist stuff was fun. Outside of that, but what I was saying is, we can't just ask to hire hot chicks.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm sure Jason would love to have hot chicks on here. I'm sure I would love to have hot chicks. I'm sure you would love to have hot chicks on here too, Brooklyn. I think everyone would enjoy hot chicks.
Everyone.
It's hard to get more handsome than me and Jason. We get it. But, you know, I guess I can try. I can start planking in Pilates. You know what I'm saying?
There you go.
And one last question. Tanis, can you hit a fucking fastball? No, you can't. But guess who can? Me, baby. Me. All right. Anything else to add before we get out of here?
No, you really can't top that.
Okay. All right. Hey, guys, everyone go follow us. Come play in our tournaments. Look on Japan. We forgot to talk about my Ray-Ban glasses. We'll get that next week. I'll be out of town. I'll be in Orlando when we record next week. But outside of that, guys, be good.